Hello, my sewing friends. This is Friday Sews.
Woohoo!
I'm Jen, and this is my sewing room, and I've returned. Yay! I was going on a vacation, which was mostly good, definitely exhausting. Got home. I was gone for 2 weeks. Got home, had a day to clean my house, and then my aunt and uncle came for 2 days, and I love them so much. I will never be unhappy that they're coming for any length of time. But, you know, it's more people, more emotional energy. And for an introvert like me, yeah, I was done in. So they left Tuesday morning. And so Wednesday and Thursday, I was just out of commission. And even today, part of the reason is that I had some macarons and I had some creme brulee while I was gone for my husband's birthday. And I ate bread and pasta and things like that. And you know what? I'm paying for it because I'm back into keto flu, which is so much fun. I'm just lightheaded and tired, to be honest. What it is, it's your body is addicted to carbohydrates. That's what we all eat so that we have energy. And our body's used to burning that. And it throws an absolute revolt when you decide, no, you're not going to do that anymore. You're going to make it burn the fat that's on you or in you or that you're eating or whatever. And so your body throws a fit. And my body really is throwing an absolute fit. So I'm drinking a lot of electrolytes and a lot of water. And, you know, it'll be fine. I'm not sick or anything. It's just annoying as all get out because I got stuff to do, you know, pushing through. Okay, so let me tell you what I've been working on. Because to get back in here is just good for my soul. It's just good for my emotional, mental, spiritual, physical health. It's just good. It's just good to get in here and create. So let me tell you what I've been creating. Simplicity 8848. This is a dress, a top, and a pair of pants, and I'm making the pants out of some curtains that I got when I was on vacation. And actually, I told you about them in a Friday Sews video. Well, let me explain what's going on here. I have two pants legs put together. Well, kind of. This, the first thing you do is put the pockets on. And so I cut 2 sizes smaller based on my hip measurement than I normally would because my lower half is smaller than my upper half. And so I went ahead and cut a size 10, which is, when did I last cut a size 10 of anything? I think it was, I don't know, I was 20 maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it has pockets. And I cut the smaller size and was worried that I would either need to take some fullness out of the leg or I would, or it would be too small. So I thought, oh, well, I think this will be okay. Well, I basted around one side and I basted up the inseam. And what I want to tell you is that I tried on one leg, but it was all basted together. And the problem with these kinds of pockets is that an inseam pocket wants to gape when you wear it. And this has an elastic waistband, and I thought that is gonna look awful. Now, okay, I'm probably never gonna tuck anything in, but what if I did? What if I did like a half tuck or something? Well, I just didn't like that. And I thought, I knew I wasn't gonna like those, so I don't know why I didn't change it to begin with. Well, so you know me, I went in and I thought, all right, had it all basted together. This side is still basted. This side isn't done yet, thank goodness. But I went in and I cut a little section out of the front and I folded back the pocket, and so I am left with this basically. Let's see, how does this go together? So now I'm left with this. I went over and I folded this and ironed it. And then I went back over and left myself some seam allowance and just folded it back and cut this little piece. So I took the pocket inside and I folded it back, and I got this great binding kind of effect, you know, where it's like a bias. I kind of like that. So now this is what it looks like on the inside. There's the pocket on the back side, and then here's the front where I have just folded this pocket section back to meet where I cut the slant. And this is not sewn together. You can see that that pocket is just like the one on the back. It's just like it. It's just, it's folded. That corner is folded back. So anyway, I'm just going to top stitch that down. This is, it's just pinned together, and you know, the pocket piece is coming out a little further than the edge of where I cut. So there's no seam there, and I'm not going to put a seam there. I'm just going to top stitch it. Same thing with the other side. Oh, point being, I'm going to have the pockets I want, and the rest of it is fine. And you know what? The thing about pants, for as hard as they are to get to fit you, which I don't know, I think I make it harder than it has to be, they go together really fast. Now, those cargo pants that I made that I love, that fit like a dream, now those took a little longer, but you know why? It was because I was top stitching pockets like all day long. The other thing I want to tell you about these is that I used the hem on the curtains for the hem on the pants. Nice big fat hem right there. That's nice. Okay, so that's the pants situation. Those should be done later this evening. And then because I had some fabric left, a fair amount of fabric left, and honestly, it's because I cut the pants just below my knee. So they really are truly capris. And so I had, you know, big sections of what I had left, and I took that and I made a bucket hat. Pretty cute, huh? I am really happy with this, and I used some polka dot that I had. Probably should do this. I had some polka dot that I had for the lining because I didn't have enough of the gingham. So I used that, and I made it reversible. And all I did was make one hat, made another hat, and left an opening, sewed them together, and turned them inside out. Let's see, how should this go? This goes like this, I think. So I have a reversible hat to go with my pants. Cool, huh? So now I just need to figure out how to wear it. So cute. It's so cute. I've been watching Rebecca from Tribeca Designs, and she wears hers very fancy. I love a fun hat. Anyway, so I used the summer bucket hat pattern from Orange Betty. Could not find the instructions, and so that's why I just did what I did. Okay, let's move on. While I was gone, on my mother's Bernina 930, is that what it was? I think. I had this fabric and I had this pattern. This is Simplicity 1717. It is out of print, I think, because it's from 2012. But it's the greatest little skirt. I really like it. And so I decided I would go ahead and make it, but I would make it with side seam pockets instead of the patch pockets that it calls for. So I did the whole thing on my mom's Bernina. Well, she didn't have a serger. And so I have taken most of it apart. Well, no, that's not true. I've taken some of it apart. I've taken the waistband off of the front, and I'm gonna go down and serge the seams inside. This is, I think, a home deck fabric, and I don't know if it was a shower curtain or a curtain, regular curtain. I don't know, I'm not sure, but it's a really cute little skirt, and I have the perfect top to go with it, which is from a Simplicity pattern that I made a couple of years ago, and it is out of a rayon sheet. It was so funny because I walked out and tried it on, and I walked out and my mom and dad were sitting in their living room, and I said, "Oh, what do you think?" And my dad goes, "Is that a sheet?" I said, "No, this is a sheet. This down here is a shower curtain." He laughed. I like to make my dad laugh. Okay, moving on. I'm wearing a top that was given to me kind of by my BFF Trish. And she had cut, I've told you this story several times. She cut a front and a back, and for some reason she cut 2 fronts and 2 backs. And she went ahead and finished hers, and then when I saw her, she said, hey, take this and make it up because I cut too many. And I said, fine. And it turned out that I had the actual fabric in my stash. And so I got it out the other day, and I thought, I had taken it with me on vacation, and I thought, you know, I bet you that I could lengthen this into a dress because I don't wear it all that often with pants because I don't wear pants. I don't like them. They're hot where I live. By the way, we've had heat advisories for the past week. Let me tell you, I don't remember the pattern that she used for this, but I can tell you New Look 6415 is essentially the same thing. If you look at view C, very similar to this. I don't think it's what she used, but it's pretty close. And I also pulled out Vogue 9057, which is a Marcy Tilton pattern, and it's also the same thing. View C is just, all it is a tank with an extended long piece on the side so that it's an asymmetrical hem. So I was, you know, thinking, okay, well, I'll have to trace that off and then it'll be a simple thing. I mean, I can lay this out and then just kind of make that angle and then bring it down and make a skirt and then just attach the skirt to the top. And then I'll have a dress that I can wear all the time. This thing is long enough that probably one side of it, I mean, it's at my knee, really, the one side. Okay, then I got to thinking about log and look and how Ginny from the Big Sew Along often has these really simple but interesting things that she makes and wears, and log and look is all about layering, and it's a little quirky looking. Often there are balloony kind of pants or aprony kind of tops, but everything is long and over top of something else, and a lot of it is natural fibers too. In fact, most of what you see is natural fibers. You can find a bunch of patterns for log and look stuff on Etsy. Well, I have this white linen skirt that my daughter got me. You can't see it, I have it on right now, but it's beautiful. She got it for me at Target. It's lined with 100% cotton. It's got pockets. It's a beautiful linen, and I never wear it. I never wear it because it's almost to my ankles. Actually, it is to my ankles. I don't have anything to wear with it. And anything I wear that's like at my waist makes me look like very short-waisted, because I kind of am short-waisted anyway. And I have never found anything the right length to go with this to make it look good. So I was looking at this log and look stuff, and I thought about this, and I put this on with this skirt, and it looks like log and look stuff. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I will still add a skirt to this. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But I was thinking, I had this yellow linen that I was gonna use for something else, but they're just, if I try that, I'm gonna use up every little thread of this fabric because there really isn't enough of it to really accomplish what I want to accomplish with the other thing. So I was thinking, since this is linen and the skirt is linen, maybe I could just make a very simple tank dress that comes down and is shorter, but that I could wear over top of the skirt. Kind of that log and look thing. So I spent the morning on Pinterest looking at designs and trying to think, okay, do I want something that's like gathered from the yoke down? Do I want something that's like an apron or something that buttons down the front? Or I don't know. But the things that I saw that I liked that I thought would probably look good on me were things pretty straight up and down. Like a simple tank. So I'm gonna play around with that, and I keep this in mind. I love the color of this. It's like butter. So yeah, all of that to tell you,
I'm thinking about that.
I do have, oh wait, I finished this up, my purse. I don't have the right clips to put the straps on. The straps are right here. And these are supposed to have, they're supposed to be wider. This little ring is, and I didn't realize that. I just looked and thought, oh, I have those little clippy things. Well, they're supposed to go on these little loops, which are right here. And this comes out, and this is reversible. So that's how it works. I did find a zipper pull, so that's going to be nice. And you're supposed to put a button right here. You sew a button onto the pouch that's inside, and it goes, this has a buttonhole, and I don't know, my machine is not cooperating with me with regard to buttonholes. So this will be done as soon as I can get the clips. Now I'm going to go over to my quilt shop where I got this stuff, and I'm going to talk to them, because I think maybe I want a new machine. I use this thing every day, and it's starting to show its age in that, you know, I said at one point not very long ago that it would take a lot for me to want another machine. Well, I've been looking just because, you know, I thought, well, I have the opportunity at this point in my life to be able to do it. And I'm not going to scrimp. I'm going to drop a chunk of change on a machine that gives me everything that I want, because I'm able to do that right now. Right now, I can. So I love this machine, but I'm getting a little tired of globs of fabric at the beginning and ends of seams where it's not doing anything it's not supposed to do, but it just, you know, like it'll catch the bobbin, or it'll catch that top thread as it starts out, or as I backstitch. It's not smooth. And that's not a big deal. You hide that stuff you hardly see on a garment on the inside. But it would be nice if it were just gonna do what it's supposed to do. And my thread cutter, you know, it hiccups and it won't do buttonholes. It frustrates me because it won't. Now I have another machine that I could do buttonholes on, so that's okay. I do want to tell you that I did this entire thing on my featherweight. I also did the whole bucket hat on my featherweight and thoroughly enjoyed it, completely enjoyed it. I love that little machine. It just does. It goes forward and backward, and it makes a beautiful little stitch, and that's all you have to, it's perfect. So that is all of the sewing. Makes my heart feel good that I'm getting this stuff done. Okay, let's see. The comments for this week, I wanted to share with you. I have not felt good or had the wherewithal to sit down and concentrate and pull out individual comments. And I think I will go back in and answer you in the comments. So if you get a notification, I'm talking to you. This week's question is, where is the craziest place you've ever taken your machine to sew? Well, that's a good question. I am sure everybody has all kinds of interesting things that they will tell all of us. But for me, it wasn't all that crazy. My daughter was in community theater when she was in high school, my youngest daughter. And so I took my sewing machine there to do some alterations on costumes and also put pockets on one of the characters' costume. She was some kind of a fairy, or like a fairy godmother maybe, or something. I can't remember. I just remember she said, could you please put pockets on the skirt? And I said, sure. So I did, and I took my 7570 over to Lakeland and sat and fixed everything. So that's not really all that crazy, but that's, you know, I've taken my machines when I have gone on vacation, like for holidays, or like I took the featherweight this past time. But beyond that, haven't gotten real crazy. Side note, on the featherweight case that I have been talking about redoing, I just had the most amazing suggestion that I'm totally doing. I'm doing it. that it's decided. I'm going to take old vintage pattern envelopes and I'm going to decoupage them all over the case. It's gonna be fabulous. I think that'll do it for Friday Sews this week. As always, click on the hashtag if you want to see all the Friday Sewists. Just have a look and see what everybody's up to. That's what I'm gonna do. And I will leave you with one of my little prayer cards. This is from Romans 8:31. If God is for us, who can be against us? Who? You're talking about the creator of the universe. He's on your side. So who is going to stand up to that? What other created thing, which is all the things we know of, are all created by him? They can't really stand up to him, can they? And he's on our side. So if you want to see last week's Friday Sews, or actually it was 2 weeks ago, check right over here. And I will see you next time. Take care. Have a great weekend.